It's about being clear. Can you please? It's about being clear and about turning in work that is of superb quality. You may think that the PSLE was like, oh, a huge milestone you reach. That's it. Actually, no. The PSLE is a preparation for secondary school. There's a lot longer way to go, okay? So regardless whether you are currently doing O or IP level, okay, my lessons will be universally catering to both levels, right? Because we're really talking about good language usage. And editing will become a very important component of paper one. Not just that, you have to edit your projects. You have to edit your work in subjects like literature, science, okay, social studies, and so on and so forth, okay? You must have a very sharp eye for errors. Can you please highlight this? Because mistakes are very subtle. And the mistakes that usually students make will be awkward expressions of use, okay? So what are the few things that you must do? You must distinguish 3 different ways of editing your work. Huh? When you finish an assignment, you proofread. Okay? So this is when doing assignments. Can we please add this in? And tests. You proofread. Okay? Unfortunately, for this round of the the diary, right? Some of you did not proofread before you sent it in to me. That is a no-no. Okay? Can I make it very clear that once I feel that the work has not been proofread now, I actually send the marking back to you and it will not be marked. Okay? I know you don't do it on purpose. Sometimes you could be busy or sometimes you could be like, careless, but definitely in Miss Vivian's class, right, that cannot happen anymore. Okay? Right? So for both comprehension, which is paper 2, and reading, okay, of your papers, right, you cannot afford to not proofread, okay? Now, you need to revise your work. This is a different type of editing. Yeah? Revising, right, is more than proofreading. It means you have to arrange or rearrange sentences or paragraphs. It's not about spelling and grammar anymore. Okay? Why is this important? Because this is known as organization. Right? In Cambridge, right, this component is known as organization. It is actually counted as part of your assessment, not just language. Okay? O-level marking rubric, right? Organization. So some of the mistakes that you made during your diary entry writing, right, was about organization. Your facts did not were not arranged or placed in a sequence or logical order that made sense. So that one affected comprehension, my comprehension of your written piece very seriously. Okay? And I hope you also realize why I did not give you a long assignment to write. I controlled your assignment in small amounts because there's quite a lot of work to do to rearrange your sentences. So we're going to take this whole lesson to do that. Okay? Right? So structure and organization now are required as part of your assessment. So be aware of that. Not that it wasn't in PSLE, it was also. But because you were mainly writing recount organization is very straightforward. Okay? The background, the setting, the exposition, okay? Followed by the rising action, followed by the climax, followed by the falling action, followed by this. So there was a sequence to follow. You had no choice. Okay? But recount and reflective writing will be a bit different. In fact, the organization will require you to rethink how you juggle your ideas and logic. The same goes for expository writing and also argumentative writing, which we will not do so much of this year. I'll focus mainly on recount and expository. Okay? This organization also affects comprehension because many of your passages will require you to be able to follow the sequence of the events, okay, that are outlined, or even the sequence of the logical arguments. So this one you need to understand. Revising is not just for your own work. Revising also requires you to look at the paragraphs and study their logical flow, okay? So this is regardless whether you're doing O or O or IP levels. Both require this kind of skill, okay? Last one, copy editing is detail. What detail are we looking at? It involves changing grammar, spelling, punctuation. So all that you were doing for composition so far in the past was copy editing. Okay? Now, for today's assignment, you are going to do all three levels: proofreading, revising, and copy editing. So that's the reason why we have to spend a whole lesson after we do writing, right? After writing lesson, I will mark very fast, and then you will get it usually the following week to do corrections. Okay? All right? So that's how the lessons will flow. Writing lessons always double up. And that's the reason why I don't allow late submission of work. Now, are we clear? Late submissions are not entertained unless you're sick or something has happened or you have a competition, you're going overseas, right? Then you must tell me in advance that you have to hand in late. Okay? Right? Rules matter a lot because they affect usage, fluency, and style. Okay? So we will now go on